and it's gone. And Gordon Durie makes the breakthrough. Well, just when it seemed it wouldn't come, almost out of nothing. Gordon Durie, the substitute. Slams the ball beyond the goalkeeper. Well, it was good play by Stuart McCall. Durie took a touch on it and drilled the ball under the goalkeeper. It's Rangers 1, Anorthosis 0, and that could make such a difference. Well, Gordon Durie, a man who's travelled about in spells down south with Chelsea and Spurs, brought back to Rangers for £1.5 million. Well, that goal could be worth £5 million to Rangers if they qualify for the initial stages of the Champions League. Gordon Durie after 68 minutes.
Well, that's what that means, is that they can settle down now and capitalise that, get the crowd on their side now for the remainder of the game, but just certainly keep their wits about them at the back, concentrate the back, and do nothing daft. But certainly it's a major relief for Rangers to get that goal. Stuart McCall done great there.
Stuart McCall digging in on the right side of the penalty area, getting the ball to Durie, and he made that.
And just as the referee turns, Fatman did that.
Well, now Rangers will have to keep things calm here. Teams are vulnerable very often just after they score a goal. They'll want to batten things down here.
I think for the last 20 minutes, if Gascoigne just sits there, if he just sits there and starts feeding midfield lads getting forward and big hitting and loads up, it could play dividends depending on his fitness. But just sitting in that centre circle and pulling the strings, that's all you need now. But definitely got to keep the pressure on now.
Well, this is Charlie Miller. Laudrup calls for it. Miller again, Laudrup. Kiriakov steps in up. This is Gogic playing it through. Picked up by Shodis. And that ball goes to Anorthosis. So Richard Goff will have to keep things absolutely tight at the back with Alan McLaren. It's important Rangers don't concede a goal. Again, the ball goes to the Cypriots, just in the line with the Rangers penalty area. Well, long gone are the days when Cypriot opposition come along to our grounds to be whacked 5-0. And when you look what happened at Motherwell last night as well, and the warning signs are posted everywhere. And a good number of teams winning away from home last night in the UEFA Cup. But 1-0 at home is not a bad result these days. The important thing is not to lose one. The Rangers certainly will have a big fight on their hands a fortnight down the road. And they've still got work to do here tonight. That's Durie digging in defensively now. This is Charlie Miller. Laudrup starts running through the middle. Well, Miller wanted just too much time in the ball. Kiriakov takes it away from him. Well, McCall turned away from that one. It come off his ankle. So a break there for Rangers. Now it's Gascoigne. McCall. Gascoigne again.
Well, you got to keep momentum going now.
This is a call to Robertson. Goff calls for it. McCall again. Through for Durie. Gately solidly challenged, and he's just getting off the deck now. Cypriots breaking forward. Todorow's through the middle, but across comes Goff. And Gogic is unhappy about the challenge on him. Todorov was running through the middle in support, but now it's Rangers through Gascoigne. This is Miller, White's in a bit of space. If he goes towards the near post, dragging defenders with him. Jury gets in the header. There's no one really up in support.
Then again, I'd love to see somebody arriving just from the middle of the park or somebody right in the back there. I think there are good chances going to waste, actually, you know, but sometimes you get a lot of possession of the ball, and sometimes it's just as time to have a lot of possession, but they've got to keep going and try and capitalise on what they achieved there a few minutes ago.
Well, when you think, Jimmy, what Andy Gorham had to do in the first half, things look
yes, you're right, you're dead right. But I'm sure Walter would like to see a second one going.
Here's Todorov, the man who knocked Rangers out of Europe a couple of years ago when he played with Levski. And Anorthosis is still carrying a threat. This is a Shuris. North gets it away, not convincingly up. It's Kyriakov playing it through. Here he is again, at the thick of everything. This is Panay, who'd such an outstanding first half, the sweeper. Some very good interceptions. But now it's Rangers through Stephen Wright. Keithley's header, but again, there's no one there in support. That's a nice little touch by Andreu. Andreu again, Todorov. So 75 minutes played, Rangers are leading Anorthosis by 1-0. There's a bit of activity below us on the Cypriot bench, and it looks like Christoforou is coming on. Now he's a right-sided player, midfield player. It's Rangers trying to push forward. The ball breaks away to Gascoigne. This is Miller. Keithley, well, he tried to lay it off, it broke for him again, he took his eye off the ball, and handball. So Rangers have a free kick. Well, a break of the ball there for Mark Keithley, and Rangers have got themselves a free kick. Well, can they keep the momentum going here? If they can conjure something out of this, it could make all of the difference. The substitute still waiting to come on. The referee hasn't yet spotted the intention. Well, Gascoigne forced the goalkeeper into a save in the first half. The referee having a bit of trouble there with the defensive wall. So Gascoigne could be a real hero here. That day sends it high and wide of target. A bit disappointed with that. So the officers can make the substitution now. So Ignatov, the number 11, is the man coming off. And Christoforou is coming on. Ignatov, limping slightly, leaves the field. Well, Christoforou has the nickname of Rissos because apparently Christoforou is quite a common name in Cyprus. This is Wright, and the offside flag goes up. The ball, in fact, the ball had gone out of play. Keithley and Laudrup were pushing forward, but in fact, as the ball was struck forward, it had drifted out of play. There seems to be some confusion here. The Cypriots want to take a free kick, thinking there's an offside, but it's been pointed out to them that the ball had drifted out of play.
This is at the last 10-12 minutes, and you'll find all the wee professional things coming into the game. The wee stoppages now. Oh, he's punished him for it too.
So the referee having no nonsense. The Rangers have certainly been disappointing tonight from their set pieces. This is Jury, the man who made the breakthrough. After 68 minutes, so Rangers continue to lead by 1-0. 78 minutes showing on the stadium clock. McCall digging in hard, that's good play by him. It's Laudrup coming through, and again there's no one following up. The ball right across the penalty area, and Gordon Jury goes down, and the yellow card is shown there to the substitute. So Christoforou only on the field a moment or two, and he's shown the yellow card. Rangers have the free kick. Again, McCall doing ever so well out on the left-hand side, getting the ball through to Laudrup. But again, Rangers need players coming in support to the penalty area to capitalise on these crosses. So it's Gascoigne over the ball. Bately coming in for that one. And Jury taking a wild swing at it. And the ball going wide of target. And Gordon Jury taking a bit of a knock. And that challenge was made on him. And struggling just a little bit. But he should be okay.
Well, that was one of the best balls put in the box all night. I think if I see it again, I think Vic Hadley would be disappointed with it. I don't know why he thought he wasn't going to get his head there, but I don't know. I thought that was a wee chance.
So just over 10 minutes left, plus stoppage time. Rangers leading by a goal to 0. This is White. McCall shouts for it. It's a switch of play. Across to Robertson. Good skills by Laudrup. Showing great pace. Again, they're queuing up, looking for him. Hadley comes in to attack this one with Jury, but again, good handling by the goalkeeper. Certainly, there's no weakness there. When Rangers watched this team pre-season, they were impressed by them middle to front. They thought there might be some deficiencies defensively, and they didn't really see the goalkeeper put under a lot of pressure in those pre-season games, but he certainly handled the high balls well. So Anorthosis have the free kick. And deals with that one. It falls to Goff. So again, there's activity on the Cypriot bench below us as Rangers start to push forward. This is Charlie Miller. Way through for Gascoigne. Kiriakov snapping away at his heels. This is Todorov. Here he is again. Kiriakov wide on the right. And the Cypriots pushing out, pushing players forward. Holding off the challenges. Stanis. Kiriakov sending it through to Shuris. Gogits trying to get away from McLaren, who concedes a free kick in a very dangerous situation just outside the penalty area. Well, McLaren with his arm right round the striker's jersey, and absolutely no doubt about that one.
No call for it. That's what happens when you get frustrated. The team knocks about 6 or 7 or 8 passes, and your urgency to get the ball back. It just was a dangerous position here.
Well, they're waiting to make a substitution, the Cypriots, and the referee is going to allow it to happen. So Punas is the player leaving the field, and Milan Arkitis is the player coming on. So that caption not quite correct. I think there's a mix-up in some of these names in the team sheet tonight, but that was certainly Punas going off. And Milan Arkitis coming on, the number 13, who's a midfield player, one of the international players in the squad. So Rangers still facing pressure here. If they lose a goal here, it's more than a setback. So got him keeping a close watch on things. The keeper commits himself, punches it clear. The chance is still on, no. And that was a good challenge by Richard Gough, coming right out there as Shodis picked up that clearance from the goalkeeper. And Shodis is a player who seldom misses a target, so that was a good challenge there by Gough.
Great example shown there by Richard Gough. That's when anything can happen. A 25-yarder, and that's how easy it happens. Great block.
So this is Haitley. And again the cross, but straight to the goalkeeper, and more frustration for the Rangers fans. So just about 6 minutes left for stoppage time. Rangers lead by 1-0. Gordon Jury after 6 to 8 minutes, set up by Stuart McCall. Kiriakov again, battling hard. He has had a marvellous match. And that's a free kick to Rangers. Well, they're stealing a few yards here and getting away with it. This is Jury. Switching the ball out to Stephen Wright. Laudrup's with him, but he elects to try and find ahead of Haitley, who gets the touch. So again, there's no one there. Wright tries to force it forward. Jury gets a touch. In comes Haitley. But the offside flag has gone up just below us. So Rangers would dearly like a second to take the heat off them in more ways than one. The temperature in Cyprus in a couple of weeks' time will be around 80 degrees, a hostile crowd, and they know what they faced in Athens this time last year. But again, the important thing is for Andy Gorham to have a shutout. Richard Knox looks on there with David Dodds. And these will be nerve-wracking final moments for Rangers and their supporters. Every time the Cypriots move forward. Those nerves will no doubt show. This is Todorov. Kitis, the substitute, goes into that challenge, but the referee awards a free kick against him. This is McCall now for Rangers. It's played now to Charlie Miller. It's Wright. Playing it to Gascoigne. Wright plays it through again, but it's a disappointing ball. So just 3 minutes left plus stoppage time, and it's Todorov turning nicely. And he's got players wide. He's also got Gogits going through the middle, but McLaren's there to mop up. Takes a return from his goalkeeper. And this is Miller. Played through by McCall, Gascoigne, Charlie Miller again. McCall, playing it through for Laudrup. Here's a real chance. It's Laudrup twisting and turning. And the ball high over the bar. Laudrup cannot believe it. Well, there was an opening. He wanted just another little bit of space. He stepped inside and got under the ball. A golden opportunity. Rangers have the corner kick. It's Gascoigne to take it. McLaren's move forward. Gough's up there as well. It breaks out to Stuart McCall. Cross to Gascoigne. Nice little touch by him. Cross to the hands of the goalkeeper. So just a couple of minutes left. Jimmy, your overall thoughts?
Well, it's certainly you would like to see the second one going in, but like you say, after the first half, Andy Gorham, the chance the fella missed, Andy Gorham pulling up a couple of saves. They'll be well happy with they haven't conceded the goal tonight, but what Rangers will do, they'll go over there and what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Rangers just to frustrate them as much as they've been frustrated tonight, and they've got to score 2 goals to get through. And as long as they do nothing daft for the last couple of minutes, such as the demands, you always think you're going to win 3 or 4 and 5. I know that people are a bit disappointed tonight, but they won't.
And in comes a cross. It's Laudrup. Can he make up for that miss? And again, the goalkeeper claws it away with just a minute left. The pressure's still on. It's Jury, but Anorthosis get it away. Well, look there as though Laudrup could make up for that earlier miss. Well, Archie Knox is making challenges down there in the trackside now. But again, the goalkeeper standing up to things, and he's certainly been there tonight when it's counted. But Rangers leading by a 0-0. We're well inside the final minute, plus there'll be some stoppage time. It's Laudrup again. The cross takes a deflection. Haitley gets a touch. It's McCall, and it's a corner kick. Well, Rangers at last turning the screw, but the goalkeeper now is flat on the ground. And this will be another hold-up. Well, certainly McCall plugged into this one. And the goalkeeper was really struggling, but he now is demanding some treatment. The referee is telling him to get on with it. Well, tonight is Rangers' 164th tie in European football, and it's turned out to be one of the toughest. The goalkeeper's back on his feet. Rangers can take the corner. Gascoigne takes it. Charlie Miller's in there battling for it. It's out now to Laudrup. He gets in the cross. Haitley's there. Well, it's a real grandstand finish by Rangers. Again, it was Laudrup providing the cross. Haitley come in, and the ball went wide of target.
A crazy game this is. Rangers could have been 3 up now at the end of the game. Laudrup on a couple of occasions I thought he was going to hit it first time, as he probably should have done the first one. The second one I thought he was going to volley, and there's a great chance there for Mark Haitley as well. The ground's very firm here underneath. You hit it down, you're always going to take a chance, goes over the top. It could have been 3 up after all this.
So we're into stoppage time. And the referee spots use of an arm there by one of the Cypriot players. So it's a free kick to Rangers. Andy Gorham there, as you can see, in a hurry to get on with things. Well, if Rangers could get another one here, they've been extremely happy side. It's been a tough old night for them. Barron sends it through looking for Haitley, but again the ball goes straight through to the goalkeeper. That's a minute and a half of stoppage time played. Walter Smith and Archie Knox will have mixed feelings about tonight. You know, in the first half, the team could certainly have been a couple of goals down, and then they got the all-important breakthrough in the second half. They lead by a 0-0. 2 minutes of stoppage time are gone now. And Rangers have the throw-in. If we remember what Scotland did out in Cyprus a few years ago, it was Richard Gough who came to the rescue. Here's Gascoigne now. And again they scramble it clear only as far as McCall. Through now for the pace of Robertson. Still Robertson has it. And again the Cypriots scramble it clear. The referee has another check of the watch. Again the referee checks. And it's all over. The referee blows the final whistle. Well, Rangers fortunate in that first half, but Gordon Jury making the breakthrough after 68 minutes. Rejoin us after this break.
All night. Here we see them actually having 3 against 2 for a second there, and unfortunately enough that one went the right side of the post for Rangers.
Didn't miss by much, did it?
No, I didn't know.
Mo, again, Laudrup, he came to life as we hoped in the second half. A great running shot from him.
Yeah, I think Walter had let him roam about the front line. here he is here. He does this great. He weaves and bobs, and all of a sudden he just gets a left peg on that one, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper.
But he did have a second half. He changed, obviously. He got more and more involved.
He likes to float from right to left, and when he's on the ball, it's very, very difficult to get off it.
McCall had some game too, didn't he, Gary?
He worked really hard, yeah. I mean, he did ever so well for the goal, which we'll see later on, but he doesn't really know when to give in, and there you see him hitting the bar there. Very unlucky just before that as well.
He's got a great engine in him. He goes for 90 minutes, and I think he stamped his authority on the second half.
So that was a really good spell for Rangers, and then the goal, which we wanted desperately, and Jury got it.
Yeah, as we can see here. Good little ball here, and as we're saying, Stewart there